Hey there, it's Jenny, and I am back for a week in my memory planning BUJO. If you haven't been here before, I use this to record a memory a day. I am using these ink blot stamps. They are so pretty. There are several of the individual little strips that I'm absolutely in love with. I have put the strip on this long clear block and then I ran it over my arm to prime it. And the first thing I'm going to do is use my ruler and measure 4 centimeter wide columns. I will draw those with the help of the ruler once I have sort of just measured off the 4 centimeters wide. There will be 6 columns, and the sixth one will be split in two for Saturday and Sunday. Obviously, I could keep Saturday and Sunday as tall as the rest. This layout just doesn't really allow for that, so this is what I do. I make it work. Now, this BUJO has really been a source of great joy for me. I love the concept of a bullet journal. I love the concept of a DIY planner, but it just doesn't really work for me for real, actual day-to-day planning. I need something that's already set up. And yes, I could set this up for the whole year, but we all know I'm not going to stick to it for the whole year. That's why I bounce around for planners all the time and why I keep my photoless memory planner. Am I right? So I like to do this as I go, and I am loving this concept. It's sort of like a diary, like one thing I remember from the day, and it's fabulous. I just absolutely love this. So I am using the black VersaFine ink to stamp this, and I am doing my very darndest to apply firm, even pressure on that left-hand side. It's just so difficult. So it actually turned out pretty great with my planner underneath it. There is one tiny little spot that I missed, which is unbelievable, really, because I spent so much time on it. But it's okay because the stamp set, it was super easy to just draw in the straight lines and one straight line and a couple of leaves, and that was it. So I'm really actually totally 100% okay with that. Now there are a couple of loose little flowers that I'm going to stamp right here above the strip of flowers. Isn't this so happy and cute? It just so reminds me of spring or summer, and I'm absolutely loving it. And how I'm going to make it feel very spring is I'm going to choose a lot of different pastels to fill this in with. But first, I'm going to stamp all these little flowers like they're floating in the breeze. And then there's also a tiny little heart stamp included in this stamp set. And it's going to be perfect to scatter around these flowers. It's just so much fun. And this is exactly what I want to be doing in this bullet journal. I absolutely want to be having the most fun possible in creating this. I will, of course, link everything up below and so that you can check these products out if you are interested. All right, so now I'm going to just draw that little line right there. You see it for Saturday and Sunday. It's not really necessarily necessary to do it right at that moment. I just decided I might as well go ahead. Now I'm first going to color in I'm going to choose one color for each type of flowers. So for example, those bigger tulipy looking ones, I'm choosing a darker pink. I'm also coloring very messily. Now, why would I do that? I am doing it to mimic the natural variation in the flower petals, in the flower leaves. When, first of all, these are just water-based markers, so they already add sort of a, like, oh, you get an extra little strip, like you layered it. It already looks different, but I am really maximizing on that to make this look as layered and all of that as possible, just to, like I said, mimic the natural variation of flowers and their leaves. So none of it is just solid and perfect. It's all a little bit crazy and variegated, if you will, but I love it, and I absolutely love this mint green as all of the leaves and stuff. I think it's just so springy and perfect, and obviously most leaves in real life are not mint green, but I don't care. This is my layout and I can make them all mint green if I want to. Isn't that right? Okay, so now that the coloring is finished, I'm just going to take my pen. I'm starting with the Sharpie pen, but spoiler alert, I switched to the mild liner, not the mild liner, the flare, so that I can have a thicker tip. I did mess up on that outside left, so I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it thicker. And then I'm going to make the top thicker, and I'm going to make the outside right thicker too. So it looks like a kind of a frame for the overall week. And I like it. It's fun. I don't know if I would do it again, but it worked out great and it looks good. So I'm pretty happy with it. The Papermate Flare really helps with that though, because it definitely provides a much bolder line. And so I'm only having to go over those a couple of times. And then same thing with the middle lines as well. They get nice and dark thanks to that Papermate Flare. Now, I am not going to leave it just like that. You know I need to add the dates as well. So I'm going to stamp. This is also an Ink Blot Shop stamp set. I'm going to stamp April right over there, and then I will add the dates using these Allie Edwards date stickers. I don't think she has these in the shop, so you won't find those. These are pretty old, but I just wanted to add the date with the stickers just since I had already spent so much time on the overall design. I thought it would be fun to change it up and add some different texture and make the end go a little bit faster. Now, you can see I have the April 11th up a little bit higher, and then I brought the rest of the numbers down a little bit lower. Spoiler alert, I'm going to move the rest of them up. It looks dumb like this. I mean, like, I like the way the 12 through 17 look right there. I think they look really good, but they need to be the same height as the 11th. And so I'm going to move them all up, but it's no big deal. It's perfectly fine to do that. So I will just pull all of those stickers up and move them. That's one of the cool things about the dot grid, is that it's easy to line them right up, and these stickers are not sticking to the page at all. So no big deal, no harm, no foul that I tried something and decided that I didn't like it. Once I'm finished moving these stickers, I'm going to go ahead and erase any leftover pencil lines, and then that's it. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below, and I will do my very best to get back to you. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.